are many types of psychological influences on people, and it is difficult to determine their exact number. However, according to some sources, there are more than 100 different types of psychological influences. We will tell you about 24 of the most popular and used in everyday life. And the first one is manipulation, using various methods to influence people's behavior and decisions without their awareness. Example, a salesperson using high-pressure tactics to convince a customer to buy a product they don't need. Threats, using fear or threats to achieve a desired outcome. Example, a bully threatening to harm someone if they don't do what they want. Coercion, using authority or power to force people to do something. Example, a boss threatening to fire an employee if they don't meet a certain deadline. Emotional manipulation, using emotions to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a romantic partner using guilt to get their partner to do something they want. Social influence, using social pressure to change people's behavior and opinions. Example, a group of friends convincing someone to try a new restaurant because everyone is going there. Psychological manipulation, using various methods to change people's behavior and opinions without their awareness. Example, a cult leader using mind control techniques to recruit new members. Hypnosis, using hypnotic methods to change people's behavior and opinions. Example, a stage hypnotist convincing someone to cluck like a chicken on stage. NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, using language and communication to change people's behavior and opinions. Example, a motivational speaker using NLP techniques to convince people to buy their products. Psychological warfare, using various methods to influence people's behavior and decisions in military or political contexts. Example, a government using propaganda to convince citizens to support a war effort. Gaslighting, manipulating someone into doubting their own perceptions or sanity. Example, a partner telling their significant other that they're overreacting or being too sensitive. Love bombing, showering someone with excessive attention and affection to gain control over them. Example, a romantic partner constantly calling and texting their partner to keep them on a leash. Playing on emotions, using emotions to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a charity using sad music and images to guilt people into donating. Scarcity, creating a sense of urgency or scarcity to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a salesperson telling a customer that a product is only available for a limited time to convince them to buy. Authority, using authority or expertise to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a doctor telling a patient that they need a certain treatment without explaining the alternatives. Reciprocity, using the principle of reciprocity to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a friend doing a favor for someone and then asking for a favor in return. Commitment and consistency, using people's commitment and consistency to influence their behavior and decisions. Example, a salesperson getting someone to commit to buying a product and then using that commitment to upsell. Liking, using people's liking and affection to influence their behavior and decisions. Example, a salesperson building a rapport with a customer to convince them to buy. Social proof, using social proof to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a company using customer testimonials to convince people to buy their product. Framing, using framing effects to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a company framing a product as 90% fat-free instead of 10% fat to make it sound healthier. Anchoring, using anchoring effects to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a salesperson showing a customer an expensive product first to make the cheaper product seem more reasonable. Door in the face, using the door-in-the-face technique to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a salesperson asking for a large favor and then scaling it back to a smaller favor that seems more reasonable. Foot in the door, using the foot-in-the-door technique to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, a charity asking for a small donation and then following up with a larger request. Lowballing, using lowballing to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example, A salesperson quoting a low price for a product and then adding on extra fees. Bait and switch. Using bait and switch tactics to influence people's behavior and decisions. Example: a company advertising a product at a certain price and then switching to a more expensive product when the customer tries to buy.